YNW Bortlen, an associate of YNW Melly, has taken a plea deal that will see him 10 years in prison with an additional 5 to 6 years on probation. YNW Bortlen was the only other the only other person in the car with YNW Melly when two guys ended up getting murdered. Again, YNW Bortlen has taken a plea deal. Let's get into the story. YNW Bortlen won't snitch on YNW Melly via his lawyer.
This nigga was clearly lying.
Family, let me tell y'all something before we even get into this story. YNW Melly is on a double homicide trial that has taken up a lot of time and resources. YNW Bortlen is the only other person who was in the vehicle when the shootings or killings happened. If you think they gave YNW Bortlen a plea deal for him to not tell on Melly, you are clearly delusional. The lawyer spoke. Let's listen to that first. He contacted 1090 Jake.
Hey, 1090 Jake. Thanks for giving me the chance to clear up a lot of the confusion and just chaos that's happening online right now. It's clear that a lot of people just don't understand what has happened. In all, he was facing 5 mandatory life sentences if found guilty.
Damn!
An additional 75 years on top of that. The facts of his plea are that he has pled no contest. That's very important because that means he has not admitted guilt.
Now, he pled no contest, but again, that means he's not pleading innocent or guilty, right? But that does not mean you still cannot be found guilty of the charges, which he was. He was found guilty. Now, here's the thing. With his plea, he had the murder charges on him. They were dismissed, okay? And he's going to break that down a little more, but let's keep going.
He's not admitted that he's done anything wrong, and he's certainly not admitted or given information about anybody else. He's been found guilty, and in exchange, the state has dismissed the 2 murder counts, the conspiracy to tamper with a witness count, and the charge about directing the activities of a criminal gang.
So, right there, in exchange for his plea deal, 4 of the charges were dropped. Again, a lot of time and resources have been spent on this case. This is a case that has been televised. This is a case that's been going on for a while. Do we actually think they're willing to drop the murder charges, conspiracy charges, and the tampering of evidence charges off of YNW Bortlen without him telling anything about YNW Melly? Ask yourself that.
He's going to be sentenced to 10 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years of probation with credit for time that he has served. And he's required, as a part of that, to sit down and give what's called a proffer. Typically, when you hear the word proffer, especially in a criminal case, it's when a witness offers information or will explain what they would testify to if called at trial or a hearing.
Now, very important as well. A lot of things he is saying, we got to stop and pause for a minute, because if he just glances over them, you'll miss it. He took a plea and he has a proffer. Now, with that proffer, he agrees. They're telling him, hey, with this proffer, you're saying this, you're saying that, you're not saying this, you're not saying that, and you will not have to, well, let me reword that. You possibly will not have to take the stand. It doesn't mean you won't take the stand. And when you accept this deal, you have to do as the court is instructing. So he's taking a plea deal and he's doing a proffer where they will interrogate him, ask him questions. Again, today's era says you can spin the police. If you ask me,
This nigga was clearly lying.
you are not spinning the police. You're not. They know too much. They're coming in well prepared. And you don't even know what they're looking for. So you can say the wrong thing about this, thinking they're looking for that, right? Regardless, Bortlen accepted the plea deal, and his lawyer is saying that he's not cooperating, but in actuality, He is.
Offers information or will explain what they would testify to if called
If called.
at trial or a hearing. It's unfortunate that we use that word today in court because that's not what's going to happen in this case. Bortlen is not going to sit down and give a lengthy proffer or answer questions about what he would testify to if he were called as a witness, because we don't anticipate him being called as a witness.
Don't anticipate. He's not saying he will not be called as a witness. Those are two different things.
What I can tell you is that Bortlen is not going to implicate anybody else. He's not going to provide information against anybody else. Melly's name is not even going to come out of his mouth when he's talking to prosecutors in this case. I anticipate the conversation with the prosecutors is going to be very, very brief. And it is not going to be what everyone thinks it's going to be online, where he sits down and rats or provides information to cooperate against other people. A lot of people are saying that Bortlen's plea and his proffer are going to hurt Melly in some way and affect his trial.
It definitely will. Why would the defense offer a plea deal if it was going to help Bortlen and help Melly? Why? Do you think they like these guys? Do you think they just, hey, you know what, man? They've been locked up so long. Yeah, I know 2 people died, but they done a lot of time now. Let's just help them out. No, they're not here to help Bortlen. They're using Bortlen to bury Melly. That's what's happening.
And again, that's absolutely untrue. YNW Bortlen is not going to be a state witness. YNW Bortlen is not going to provide information that's going to impact Melly's trial in any way.
Now, I will say this. If this lawyer is wrong, this will heavily impact his career going forward. He's definitively saying YNW Bortlen is not getting on stand. He cannot definitively say that. He just cannot. He cannot.
YNW Bortlen is not expected to come and provide information against anybody. So to be clear, his plea, his proffer, and anything surrounding it will have absolutely no impact on Melly's trial.
All right, so that's what the lawyer is saying. We also got Bortlen himself rapping about this situation. Again, YNW Bortlen's lawyers speak out against snitching allegations. I don't represent snitches. Cortland Henry is not a snitch, and he will not be cooperating or testifying in YNW Melly's trial. That's what his defense is saying. Let's listen to the freestyle that he dropped from prison speaking about this situation. All right.
Man, you fuck niggas better stop playing on my top, man. Y'all know it's sport, the fucking sport, man. I'm 10 toes down. A nigga hold it down, stay solid, they hate the nigga. Niggas forward, they control, they quick, they praise the nigga. I'm a young nigga out the G, just skated for license. What the fuck I look like taking the deal that hurt my niggas? What the fuck I look like giving a fuck about how y'all feel? I'm a young fly nigga, be back to raising hell, prevail. Damn. Why they want a nigga to take that L? Don't you know you can see the dirt for even speaking that L? It's sport the sport, and ain't a part of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. YNW for L, and this shit can't never be stopped. Silly nigga. You niggas better stop playing on my top like y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Hey, free me here, Melly.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that freestyle kind of hit. You know, the Snitches music hitting lately. I ain't gonna lie though. The Snitches music have been hitting. The Gunners, hey man, look, YNW Bortlen, I hate to tell you, but I don't see this thing going the way you think it is. I'ma just be honest with you. Alright, watch out for the back door. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch out for the back door. Because I think, me personally, YNW Bortlen is, again, taking a stand if you ask me. Alright, so, again, YNW Melly's co-defendant, YNW Bortlen, was just offered a 16-year plea deal and has until tomorrow to decide. He has decided, and it will be a 10-year sentence that he has to do, followed by 6 years of probation. Okay? That's what we got on Bortlen.